Welcome to my Masterclass, Accelerate Your Career to the Next Level. I'm going to introduce you to 5 pivotal shifts that, once successfully applied, can help you to accelerate your career and turbocharge your influence to get a promotion without risking burnout. This masterclass is for individuals whose inner voice knows that they are capable of so much more, but the how eludes them and they don't know why. Let me introduce myself and share with you why you should listen to me. Hi, my name is Marcus Newcomb, and I'm the owner of Marcus Newcomb International. I am a well-known specialist in helping my clients achieve success in their careers that they previously didn't believe was possible. I have successfully coached countless clients over 20 years and helped transform so many of those lives. I love what I do. Previously, I was the managing director of an outplacement organization, human resources manager, educator, and coach. I earned a certificate of applied coaching issued in Switzerland, and I'm known to my clients as the real deal for lasting and sustainable change. In the next 45 minutes, you're going to learn the shifts to advance in your career, even if you feel stuck in your current position. How to ace an interview, even if you don't have all the required skills and experience. How to turbocharge your influence, even if you are not well known yet, and the strategy that makes all of this change practically overnight. How to network effectively to raise your profile and generate referrals without having those 500 contacts on LinkedIn. How to amplify and negotiate your true worth with precision. And here's my promise to you. You'll discover 5 pivotal shifts that will, when applied, accelerate your career and turbocharge your influence to get a promotion without risking burnout or selling your soul. Does this sound like you? Do you sometimes feel powerless because your colleagues and supervisors ignore your contributions and value while exercising power over you? Do you worry that you lack job security, that you might fail? Do you wake up feeling unmotivated about the day ahead, asking yourself, how can I do this one more day? Do you feel like there is an invisible lid on your career or life preventing you from breaking through and living your greatest potential, from living the best version of yourself? Do you ask yourself, is this it? Or is there more to life? To my life? The real problem? All I've just covered are not problems. They are mere symptoms of what I call you haven't made the shifts. Once you make them, you will own the knowing pride of who you are and what you have to offer. And you realize there's a whole new dimension to knowing yourself. And you'll become a magnet for all kinds of information. And knowledge is power. Once you make them, you'll know you're moving forward in your career with greater influence. And with greater influence comes greater power and greater success. You will be more confident, feel more relaxed and at ease, and meet each day and challenge with certainty and enthusiasm because with mastery comes authority. Once you make them, you will attract the right people who can help you with your career and make your life far more successful and ready for the next level power move. You'll be able to build your career on a solid foundation and will experience what true, authentic fulfillment really is. Now, back to the 5 shifts. There are 5 key power shifts, each truly pivotal. You must make to land a well-deserved promotion without risking burnout or selling your soul. I'm going to take you through all 5 of the shifts during this session. Let's start with shift number 1, operate without judgment. Many of us don't know ourselves as well as we think or would like to, because we might even fib to ourselves about both our strengths and weaknesses. Because we are socialized to believe that the only way to be good is to be without blame, we tend to not seriously assess our weaknesses. And too often we underplay our strength because we are taught not to brag or be self-centered. Once you operate with non-judgmental honesty, you'll be able to accurately see yourself and others. This shift brings great benefit to you as you attract the right people by design. Allow me to let you in on the big bonus that operating without judgment rewards you. Operating without judgment is wildly attractive in a person and makes you a confidant who receives information few others will ever get. The power of this shift will amaze you. My method will help you objectively assess yourself by challenging and breaking down unrealistic beliefs, and will instill in you the habit of operating with non-judgmental honesty, so you will be known as a no-nonsense, consistently dependable go-to person. Which brings us to shift number 2, get clarity. No successful person is a real mystery to him or herself. But as essential as knowing yourself is to success, this is no simple feat. The most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. A general who does not know his own army has little chance of success. Similarly, in the business world, you must know your army, which first and foremost is you and your strength. If you don't know yourself, your strength, your weaknesses, and your desires, then you won't be able to use your strength, mitigate your weaknesses, and pursue your truest desires. You can't sell your total package to your employer if you don't know what you're selling. Never mind how to pitch it successfully. Using my method will allow you to recognize and to take full ownership of your strength, to work around or improve your weaknesses, and to learn how to demonstrate this to the right people to help you find greater success in your career. Success requires you to know your strength. But before you can know and utilize your strength, you must first clearly unearth them, to thereby define them with agility, which is one of the most challenging things to do in life and career. I have 2 decades worth of experience bringing people to do exactly this. Meet Magnus. My client Magnus serves today as an Associate Director Client Administration for a leading financial capital management company. He earned a Bachelor of Business Economics. When I met him, he was about to be let go from his job after serving the company for 9 years. The HQ in the US decided to close the local country office and appointed me to be his career transition coach. It was evident he was good at what he does. Nevertheless, he was freaking out from the perspective of having to go for an interview. Plainly put, after 9 years, he had no idea how to present himself. Together, we delved into understanding what a company is truly looking for in the hiring process. We then distinctly identified what he had to offer a future employer and how to pitch his specifically unique offer. We did intensive interview training, including video. This is one area where my experience in conducting hundreds of interviews as a former HR manager became his great new advantage. And he learned the secret sauce of seeing himself as M. Mercier, something I'll cover later on. I taught him how to successfully cut through almost endless possible variations of questions in an interview by identifying what an interview is really about. It might surprise you, it's exactly about these 3 questions. Can you do the job? Do you want to work for us? Are you a good fit for a company? Let me tell you, to answer this question is no easy feat. Prior to being let go, he had planned a sabbatical with his family in Australia, something they'd been looking forward to dearly. Little did he know that he would sign a fantastic new contract just before departing after working together for 6 sessions. This way, he was able to enjoy his vacation with his family, knowing that once he returned, he'd have a job to start, giving him fantastic possibilities and growth opportunities with an excellent compensation package at a very prestigious company. Yay, Magnus. Magnus, in his own words, I realized that I had to change my perspective and perception regarding job application. It's not primarily about what I want and who I am. It's about what the company requires. Working the net is key. Which brings us to shift number 3, use the secret weapon. When they are babies, circus elephants are tied with a rope that is staked into the ground. They pull and strain to escape the rope, but they aren't strong enough, so they eventually give up because they are not strong enough to escape. As they become adults, they are tied with the same rope that is staked into the ground with the same stake. And even though as adults they are much stronger than they would need to be to pull the stake out of the ground, they don't even try because they still believe that they aren't strong enough. People aren't that different. We are often much more capable than we act or believe because of societal conditioning, also known as our self-limiting beliefs. Without realizing it, we become our own worst enemy because it's our own self limiting beliefs that are holding us back. The good news is, I have developed a secret weapon that will help you in ways beyond your current imagination. In order to help you to abandon these self limiting beliefs, you must first understand them for what they truly are. Only then can you replace them with a new and absolutely empowering set of beliefs. The proprietary Newcomb method challenges those self limiting patterns of belief with a system I've created and coined your short circuit, your inner paralysis. Other methods focus on getting you to try to change your thinking, but I've discovered that to effect real lasting change, we need to review and reset our beliefs about ourselves. At first glance, this may not seem like a big difference. Let's assume you have a situation, a problem you don't like, a result. You want to change it, at least prevent it from happening again in the future. Of course, you just change your behavior. How easy is that, right? Just. How long will the effect last? You must know from your own experience, not for very long. So, the thinking is the problem and probably the solution too. Because my thinking influences my behavior, which leads to the result. I can tell you right away, changing your thinking is much harder and therefore much longer lasting than changing your behavior. Why? Because my thinking is literally influenced by my attitude. You must have heard a lot. Just change your attitude and everything else will fall into place. As you'll see, there is a little bit of a problem. In the same way, if you don't like how your career unfolds, if you want to proceed in a different direction, you just take training after training after training after training. You take courses in management and leadership, in strategic management, in team building and motivation, in successful networking and conflict training. And for example, your employee still doesn't do what you want him or her to do. Surprise, surprise. But believe this, the difference between the old method and the Newcomb method is huge. Just as I promised, I'm going to share a little bit about how you can use my Newcomb method to ace an interview, even if you don't have all the required skills and experience. You know by now, HR people ask themselves, can you do the job? That's all about your experience and skills. Do you want to do the job? Do you want to work for us? It's all about your motivation. And are you a fit for a company, for the department and the job? It's all about your personality and strength. Because the mindset of a co-entrepreneur understands. Remember when I talked about M. Mercier? That a company is only interested in about 30% of what you want. Your personality, which is exactly enough to cover, yes, I can do the job, yes, I do want to work for you, and yes, I believe I am a fit. The remainder of your personal feelings, your likes and dislikes, and your opinions has to be subordinate to those of the company. That's why companies pay good salary. In the end, it's much more what the company requires than what you want. And if the company gets what the company wants, you get what you want. And there is a settings box. Just like a professional sound mixer, there are so many different levels, so many different things to put into order, and that's exactly how your settings box is. It's a collection of attitude towards job, environment, coworkers, employees, superiors, you name it. So, all you have to do is to prove that, yes, I do have the skills and experience to do the required job. Yes, I do want to do the job and work for your company. And yes, I feel and believe that I could be a fit for your company. This was a brief overview about the Newcomb method in regards to HR interviews. I help my clients through that in a process I've created and named Short Circuit Your Inner Paralysis. Just as the foundation is key for stability and longevity of a building, so is the foundation of executives key for the success of their career, and is usually where the real problems that we can solve together are found. If you have the ideal mindset of a co entrepreneur and you learn to use and play your settings box like a fiddle, you'll be able to present your specifically unique offer to whomever you want to impress. Your foundation will influence your attitude, your thinking, your behavior, and therefore your result. And it's not magic, it's hard work and involves a lot of introspection. You'd be surprised how much your career will change once you work with the mindset of a co entrepreneur and utilize the settings box accordingly. Meet Eric. My client Eric serves as the head of care management for one of the top health insurance companies in the country. Eric earned a Master in Health Service Management and a Bachelor of Business Administration. When I met him, he was driven by the one question: is this it? Or is there more to life? To my life? He was stuck in his career and he was stuck in his life, and he knew it. He was one of those executives whose inner voice told him, "You are capable of so much more." And yet, he remained someone who wasn't recognized or seen for what and who he truly is and what he was truly capable of. After working together, positive change and new opportunities began to show themselves quite quickly. Today, after working together for a while, he's proud of who he is. Even his communication has improved. Success becomes the norm. It's as if he began to attract it. He feels that his contribution is valuable, and he is highly valued by his colleagues, superiors, and co-workers. He attracts the ideal people. He continues in building his career on the solid foundation we created together, and I just briefly share with you. While Eric's story is filled with a continual stream of success after success, its steady pipeline of opportunities and new projects are of the literal highest importance to his company. He has learned to come to acceptance of realities and therefore has developed coping mechanisms which he can successfully apply in any circumstance or situation. He has a developed resilience now as well as a new mindset. Now things don't have to go his way for him to be happy. This helps him to deal with adversities and setbacks. Before, he was truly concerned about coming across as competent and capable. The Eric of today aspires to be understood and to understand. Eric, in his own words, I became a beacon of resource and learned how to leverage all of it. I continue to build and utilize my network and tap into the network of others, and therefore have made myself an indispensable source to my company, making me an important executive. When my superiors suddenly started noticing me, I became the first choice for new and very important responsibilities and key projects. My career is flying. Life is good. Let's face a fact. Self-limiting beliefs are the real barrier to your desired success. They are the literal root of your inner paralysis. The Newcomb method goes deeper than just thinking positive or trying harder. It helps you short circuit your inner paralysis to effectively reset your beliefs and then subsequently flip the switch on your thoughts and actions to a more realistic setting. All of which allows you to lose that anchor that's weighing you down and find the success you know deep down that you are capable of. Which brings us to shift number 4, leverage your resources. It doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. Meaning, if you don't learn how to optimize your resources properly, they never be enough to bring you the success that would otherwise be yours. Meaning, you can take training after training after training after training, and it will never be enough. Many solutions can therefore turn out to be only band-aids. Part of my method is teaching you step by step how to leverage your resources to your absolute benefit. This is key. This includes not only your money, but your time, your influence, and your contacts. This last resource, contacts, can be your most valuable one. And ironically, it's the very one that people most frequently overlook and fail miserably to utilize. Never mind optimize. You literally are connected to everyone by only a few degrees of separation. And like the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, you'll find that some people are a true nexus of connections. My method is not about how to network, but how to work the net. I am not talking about the internet. I will teach you with my Newcomb method how to locate the key contacts you have who can help you the most, so you can drop your fish hook in the best spot instead of casting a wide net and hoping for the best. Meet Lisa. My client Lisa serves as a business development manager. She earned a Bachelor of Business Administration. When I first crossed paths with Lisa, she just had left her last job. She was one of the best connected people I had met for a long while. She was able to use those connections for everyone except for herself. She was very invested in the belief that she has to make it on her own. She didn't want to appear needy or weak. And yes, she was stuck as well. Today, she utilizes her fantastic network very successfully on her own behalf. Today, she fully realizes just how much this shift has made her life and career so much more pleasant and significantly more successful. Today, people want to be associated with her and offer her unsolicited help, which is something she never dreamt of prior to our working together. She's proud of who she is, knowing that she deserves all the greatness that comes her way. She's capable of communicating on all levels of hierarchy, making whomever she deals with feel validated and welcome. When she finally stopped networking and stealthily began to work the net, she had a big aha moment. We are all connected. While this is a significant realization, it is also a monumental one and key to your ongoing success. And yes, you deserve it too. And by the way, you'd be surprised how many people are waiting and willing to help you once get asked. In Lisa's words, due to our trusting cooperation, I have gained self-esteem and confidence, which shows itself daily in my business and private life. Today, I am much calmer, think twice before I say something, and proceed proactively. I have learned to trust my instinct, and I know that I am worth all the contacts I gain through working the net. As we learned from Lisa's testimonial, learning how to leverage your resources, particularly your contacts, is essential to your success. Period. Which leads us to Shift 5, invest in coaching. People who go it alone are rarely successful. A very good friend of mine is a martial arts master with a 5th degree black belt. Very impressive, to say the least. We were speaking about the importance of coaching when he told me, I've never met anyone who has learned martial arts from a book. He said that this was because, although you can learn the moves from a book somewhat, it takes a trained person outside of yourself to recognize if you're executing the moves correctly and help you when you aren't. I know from my own experience that the very same is true in the business world. Let's be honest. If you have already reached the success in life you desire and are presently living the best version of you and your life, would you still be watching this masterclass? The reality is, it takes a trained person outside of yourself, a coach and sparring partner, to guide you to the full realization of your ultimate success, living the life you both desire and deserve. Have you ever struggled just trying to write your resume or cover letter? Oh my God, you are not alone. Why is this? You are too close to be objective. Join the club. Think of every sports great you can. From Michael Jordan to Tiger Woods, Tom Brady to Kevin Durant, Serena Williams to Bruce Lee. Their success was greatly impacted by the work they put in with their coaches. My proprietary method puts my 2 decades worth of coaching expertise at your fingertips and provides you with a blueprint for success. Because my coaching method can be done over the internet, I have a far more flexible schedule. Now that you understand that you too might need help both discovering and defining all of your strength, as well as leveraging your key resources and short circuiting your inner paralysis to bring you the success you desire and deserve, my availability and ready assistance will never be lacking. Meet Adil. My client Adil serves as a deputy head of regional sales. He has earned a Master of Arts in International Affairs. When I met him, he found himself in the situation where he needed a coach. Not just a coach, but rather a sparring partner who will boldly hold a mirror to the projected and misguided impressions he gave to others. We agreed on a 2-month program where we will build a solid foundation for his career and his personal life. He quickly experienced that I would be by his side during every step and milestone of his journey. Prior to working with me, he was accustomed to seeing his coach for a session and have no further contact until the next scheduled meeting. By the way, he was very critical prior starting to work with me. That's not how I work, he found out. On the contrary, my proprietary coaching method can be best described as followed. I am with my clients when it matters and when they need me most. I am just one call, email, Skype, Zoom, or chat away, be it during the day, in the evenings, or sometimes even on the weekends. I am his sounding board and advisor whenever something comes up, giving him my feedback, which is both unfiltered and always straightforward. He truly knows how invested I am in both his well-being and success regarding his career and his life. Adil now realizes a universal truth. It's not what you say, it's what people hear. In a short while, he has improved his communication style, coping mechanisms, and has adjusted his attitude towards coworkers and superiors with aplomb. He now knows the power of a knowing smile, which instills confidence and can also be deftly used as a pause button or a critical pattern break. Adil, in his own words, what you learn from Marcus, you won't learn from a book, graduate school, or any other training program. Everyone needs a highly skilled coach in order to achieve their maximum success. Truly successful people know that if you don't invest in yourself, what can you expect? Fair enough, yes? I have 2 decades of experience coaching people to life-changing success, and by design, my method allows me to be at your side when you need me most. Here's my triangle of transformation. It all starts with mindset coaching. It's about making positive shifts, knowing who you really are, knowing what you really can do and what you want, and how to optimize the culture of your career and life. There is a step by step strategy, a process you can follow to realize your desired outcomes regardless of obstacles which may have misled you before, and my world class support. I am at your side online when you need me. I offer you a private Facebook group of fellow executives, a membership area where you find videos and other interesting things, live and Q&As and training on a weekly basis, active working the net, and access in terms of one-on-one calls to me as your coach. Meet Anna. My client Anna works as a senior philanthropic consultant in the world of neuroscience and degenerative diseases. She earned a master's in management from the London School of Economics. That's how she put it in her own words. Working with Marcus helped me to look at things from a different perspective, enabling me to reflect and shift my mindset when need be. I feel that I have now strengthened the skills that I need to identify, prepare, and overcome obstacles, and that I am in a much better position to direct and lead my own career. And hey, by the way, all that helped land a great new job. Today, you learned more about the shifts to advance in your career, even if you feel stuck in your current position. How to ace an interview, even if you don't have all the required skills and experience. How to turbocharge your influence, even if you are not well known yet. And the strategy that makes all of this change practically overnight. How to network effectively to raise your profile and generate referrals without having 500 contacts on LinkedIn. How to amplify and negotiate your true worth with precision. All in all, how to accelerate your career and turbocharge your influence to get a promotion without risking burnout or selling your soul. Here's what you need to win. You have to learn how to operate without judgment, to get clarity, to short-circuit your inner paralysis, to leverage your resources. And you do this by investing in yourself with first-class coaching. These 5 shifts alone are enough to propel your career to the next stage. Now you have a choice. No one wants to live with regrets, both in your career and your life. Of course, you can't stay where you are, living this way, wondering what could be and why it isn't. Or you can make a decision and begin changing all of that right now. How I can help you. Whatever your challenges are, I have likely seen them and I will know how to overcome them. I have set aside some time in the next 72 hours to speak with you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your career starting today. Time waits for no man. During our session, I will work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to know what it takes to achieve the success in your career you didn't believe was possible until you gained this new channel of access. Much like a good doctor, I start out by finding out what's really wrong and what doesn't work in your career and life. My goal of this call is not to pile on the jargon and give you free info band-aids. This would merely be giving you more ultimately useless and unsustainable BS. The goal of this call is for you to get real about your circumstances and problems, what is blocking your way and what it's costing you by neither addressing nor solving any of it. The goal is that you start focusing on the real issues and know that the right changes need to happen. Luckily, I'm an expert at identifying core issues, the problem, with expedience. This is great news, by the way. The cost? Absolutely free. You might ask why I'm doing this. I do this because I love giving back. Helping professionals and executives to successfully accelerate their careers and lives to the next level is simply one of my biggest passions. At the same time, I know that there's a chance that you want my help to transform your outlook and career as well, just how you learned from some of my clients. If so, we can discuss it and see if it's a good fit for both of us. If not, that's fine too. Who is this not for? Based on previous experience, I must entirely reject clients who are not coachable. This includes those who are moaners and complainers, and those who don't take responsibility for their actions and subsequent results. Please, if you find yourself here, don't get in touch with me. It won't work. Who is this for? This is for professionals, managers and leaders, department heads and corporate executives who are serious about growing their careers and experiencing and living with all of the rewards to be had as yours. This is for individuals whose inner voice tells them that they are capable of so much more, but the way, the how, eludes them. I only work with clients who are coachable, decisive, willing to be successful, and ready to invest in themselves. If that's you, book a session now.